Hello and welcome to the Wayland Student Press Network's live coverage of Wayland varsity basketball. We've got a great rivalry matchup for you tonight between the Wayland Warriors and the Weston Wildcats. My name is Charlie Moore. Alongside me is Max Brand. Thanks for joining us. How are you, Max?
I'm great, Charlie. I'm really excited to be here for what's hoping to be a great game.
The last time, we're going to kick it over to the senior night ceremony.
Congratulations to the 6 seniors of Weston. Now we'd like to take a few moments to honor our 4 seniors who brought extreme leadership to a very young team this year. We can't thank them enough for their dedication and commitment over the last 4 years. First, we'd like to have manager Haley Rice come to the floor. And her parents, Jennifer and George Rice. Next, we'd like to invite Sam Newman and her parents, Jill and Mark Newman. Next, we have Lauren Hannafin and her parents, Tim and Linda Hannafin. And our last senior, senior captain, Kate Malecki, and her parents, Bill and Maggie. Congratulations, seniors. Before we start, I'd just like to congratulate Weston girls basketball and Wayland girls basketball on being the top 10 ranked nationally for raising money for the American Cancer Society. Before this game started, we were a few $100s away from beating our goal of $3,500. And with the concession stands being donated tonight and the ticket sales, I'm sure we exceeded that goal. So thank you all for attending. And last but not least, I'd like to thank the Wayland Variety Deli for donating deli sandwiches tonight to also be donated to their Cancer Society. Thank you.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Wayland High School, home of the Warriors, for tonight's girls varsity basketball game against the Weston Wildcats. Please welcome the starting lineup for the visiting team. At guard, number 5, senior, Ellie Floyd. At guard, number 11, freshman Natalie Ladosi. At guard, number 22, senior Rachel Garafalo. At forward, number 24, sophomore Ariana Renatsilakis. At forward, number 12, senior Christina Costa. Weston is coached by Mike Brown.
And now, the starting lineup for your Wayland Warriors. At guard, senior number 22, Lauren Hancock. At guard, number 20, senior captain, Kate Malicki. At guard, number 2, junior captain, Emma Kiernan. At forward, number 15, senior Sam Newman. Last but not least, at forward, number 12, freshman Orlai Kiefer. Wayland is coached by Amanda Rexdal. She is assisted by Abby Casentas, Azrael, and Sarah Woodson. Please rise while we honor our country with the playing of our national anthem, sung by our own Abby McDonald and Emma Kiernan.
Welcome back. As I was saying earlier, we've got a great matchup for you tonight. My name is Charlie Moore, alongside me, Max Brand. Max, what should we be looking forward to as we're about to go to tip-off?
Well, we need to keep an eye on Emma Kiernan and Orlai Kiefer. They're two players that are outstanding. Emma Kiernan had 21 points against Weston last time out, and they still lost 45-42. So everyone else around them needs to be outstanding tonight. It's going to be a great one, Charlie.
I agree. On the other side of the court, Weston has their shooters as well. Christine Costa is an absolute leader for this team. She has more than 1,000 career points.
1,000-point club.
And Ellie Flory, who is another senior on Weston. We're about ready for the tip-off as we send Orlai Kiefer up against Christine Costa. Wayland does not win the tip there. It's now Ellie Flory with the ball. She kicks it over to Ladosi. Flory at the top. Over to Costa. Costa on the wing to Ladosi. Ladosi inside. One back by Ladosi. Two on the shot clock. She puts one up, does not fall. Rebounded by Costa. Linksalikis. Flory at the top of the key with Balicki on her. Flory puts one up. Close. Rebounded again, but out of bounds there. And it'll be a Whalen ball.
Whalen's looking weak under the rim right off the bat. They need to be better off for the rebounds if they want to get points off early.
Kate Balicki dribbling up, looking for Emma Kiernan underneath, over to Hannafin. Back to Balicki. Balicki to Kiefer. Kiefer on the wing, looks for Kiernan, the star of Whalen. Balicki wide open look on the wing. She puts a three up and in.
That's a great way to start the game, Charlie.
Kate Balicki, it's her night. Her and 3 other seniors' night at least. And she's looking to ball out tonight. Ladosi going to drive in on Kiefer. Over to Ellie Flory on the wing. Flory's their 3-point shooter. Over now to Costa. Stolen by Kiernan. Lost it again, but Kiefer retains it more or less. And she gets it over to Lauren Hannafin. A turnover and Whalen's ball again. And it's going to be a foul there on Ellie Flory.
Yeah, Whalen's quick pace has gotten them off well tonight. The ball moved quickly to Kate Balicki, and she made no doubt about it finishing that 3.
Balicki into Kiernan now. Kiernan at the top of the key. Over to Hannafin. Hannafin underneath to Newman. Newman looking to put it up. Battling. Stolen jump ball.
Newman had nowhere to go with that, and it resulted in a jump ball.
Ladosi is about 3 inches shorter than Newman, who was dribbling, but she still battled for that ball, held on for it, and forced the jump ball. Now Balicki will inbound it under the hoop. She finds Kiernan. Kiernan puts it up and in. 5-0 for Wayland. Dribbling up now is Costa. Kiernan on Costa. It's honestly a showdown within this showdown for Kiernan and Costa to be matched up. Flory puts one up. Rebounded by Balicki, but she loses it. Ladosi.
Yeah, we're going to be watching that matchup all night. You said it. Kiernan, Costa. I'm going to assume that they're going to go back and forth all night.
It's honestly poetic. They're matched up. Ladosi looking to inbound. She finds Costa on the wing. Costa puts one up. Cannot make it fall, though. But she gets her own rebound. Now that's a star play. Flory puts a 3 up, but can't make that fall. And Whalen finally gets a defensive rebound by Emma Kiernan. Kiernan to Balicki now. Balicki, past Ladosi, over to Hannafin. Hannafin back underneath to Balicki. She retains control. Over to Hannafin, and it's knocked out by Ellie Flory.
Ellie Flory came in really quick there, resulted in a turnover.
She definitely saw that pass forming, and she did a great play to cut it out.
Great peripheral vision.
Hannafin over to Kiernan. Kiernan finds Balicki outside. Balicki completely air mills the ball over Sam Newman's head, and it'll be a Weston ball. Kate Balicki, Sam Newman, Lauren Hannafin, and of course Haley Rice. Those are our 4 seniors to be watching tonight. It is senior night after all. And this is their night. As we see now, Costa dribbling up, stolen by Hannafin. Hannafin then picked up by Kiernan. Kiernan driving to the hoop, blocked, but it's a foul. The Weston coach can't believe it.
Great way
Michael
to draw that
Brown.
foul, though, however.
Absolutely. That's what Emma does. She drives up, and either she's going to put it in, or she's going to get fouled, or she'll put it in and get fouled. That's the beauty of Emma Kiernan. Kiernan now at the line. It's 2 shots. Silence here in the Warrior Dome. She converts on the first.
Charlie, you could have heard a pin drop during that.
Absolutely. Wayland has a great showing from the fan section, but you couldn't tell from that free throw. Kiernan can't make the next fall. Rebounded by Ladosi, or rather Linksalis. Now it's Ladosi on the wing. Ladosi driving in. Kiefer can't make her keep that shot in. And now it's Costa. Costa puts up a 3 but can't make it fall. It rattles around the hoop, and it's rebounded by Kiefer. Kiefer now dribbling down. Over to Balicki. Balicki. Kiernan takes a shot. No. Over to Balicki again. She's going to put another 3 in.
That's 6 points right away for Kate Balicki, both threes.
And it's now almost double-digit lead to start, and it's a timeout for Weston's coach, Michael Brown.
Last time out against Weston, Kate Balicki only had 5 points, 1 3 and 1 basket. She's already made 2 threes tonight, 6 points.
You can tell that Wayland's looking for revenge in this game. They obviously dropped a very close competitive matchup to Weston in Weston, and they're looking to make good on this game that has a lot of implications.
Yeah, Charlie, they lost 45-42 last time out against Weston. Wayland stands at 7-9 overall right now. They need to win 2 out of their next 4 games in order to qualify for playoffs. I'm excited to see how that turns out, Charlie.
I think that Coach Rooks-Dallas and the girls' team is completely prepared for this. I actually managed to see a few hours of their practice yesterday, and they're definitely they're out for blood tonight. They know exactly what Weston can do. They know they need to limit Christine Costa, and they know exactly how they're going to win this game if they are to win it.
It's simple enough, Charlie. Shut down Christine Costa and Ellie Flory, and you have a very good chance of winning this game. You obviously need to convert on your end, but if you shut down those 2 players, you have a very good chance of winning this basketball game.
Coach Michael Brown of Weston, of course, trying to calm his girls down, tell them that 9 points isn't that much, and they just need to focus on shooting right now because Wayland obviously has brought their shooters to this game. Abby Mack now in for Wayland, as well as Isabella Reynes, both checking in. That puts Newman and Hannafin on the bench. Kiernan on Costa. She's locking Costa down. Costa has to kick it out to Flory. Flory with Balicki. Flory's going all around this. And Balicki with the steal. She's going to find McDonald. McDonald puts it up but can't make it fall. And it's going to be a offensive rebound, but it kicks out, and it's going to be a Weston ball now. Now it's Costa dribbling it up. So far, she has no answer for Emma Kiernan, but of course it's still very early in this game. Costa makes it actually past Kiernan, puts one up but can't make it fall. Inbounded, almost went out. Linksalasis keeps it in, but Kiefer picks that up. Kiefer's going to go to the hoop, and she can't put that one in. That looked like a foul to me. She's still on the ground. Obvious contact here on Kiefer. That's one of Wayland's better players. And that was, frankly, that should have been a foul.
So, Charlie, what do you think about the Kiernan Christine Costa matchup tonight?
Well, obviously, it's very tense and very tight, and obviously, Kiernan is locking down Christine Costa right now. I think
Costa has no points so far in the night.
Of course, Weston has no points so far tonight. I'm a little more concerned about Orlai Kiefer's ankle right now, as she is still on the ground, and obviously we will keep you updated on that one.
We'll let you know as soon as we know.
She's a major piece for this Wayland offense and defense, and we can only hope that she can make it back out there, and we can only hope that she's all right. Still outraged that there was no foul called because she was driving and there was definitely no feet set for the Weston defender.
Orlai Kiefer is walking off the court on her own with her own support, so that's good news.
Chris, the trainer, will try his best to fix her up in a timely fashion. Now Weston ball.
Good job with that.
There's junior Becca Abrams with the ball, being guarded by Balicki. She's going to try and go around, looking for a pass. She finds Costa. Costa over to Richard Garofalo. Garofalo can't keep it in, but it's kicked off Kate Balicki, and it'll be Weston ball again, inbounded under the hoop. Flory with the inbound. Stolen by Kiefer with a pass to Costa. Kiefer finds Balicki. Balicki puts it up, but can't make it fall. Weston rebound, but there's an obvious fight, and it's going to be a Wayland ball.
Wayland keeps fighting. They just keep going, and they get those balls in return.
Now it's going to be
Persistence.
Abby McDonald finds Kiernan. Balicki. Kiernan again. She's going to put one up. Can't make that one fall either, and it's going to go out and be a Weston ball. A lot of turnovers thus far in this game, and it's been a lot of, like, Kate Balicki has a couple steals so far. There's been some jump balls on Ellie Flory's part, on Natalie Ladosi's part. There's Flory now, or Abrams now. Over now to Ladosi. Ladosi's going to try and drive one in. She's fouled going up, and it'll be 2 shots at the line there for her. Foul being called there on number 14, Sammy Johnson.
This is WSPN and Waycam's live broadcast of the Wayland Warriors versus the Weston Wildcats here at Wayland High School.
Ladosi at the line. Can't make the first one fall. Absolute no sound from the student section on that one. Free throws are typically a focal point of their heckling.
Yeah, I've been in there
So.
a few times, Charlie. It gets loud.
So either they just forgot or they're waiting for a more opportune time. Looks like Ladosi has to tuck in her jersey there, and she'll take her second shot. There's the student section as they keep her from making the second one. And Emma Kiernan now driving down the court with the ball. Finds Balicki at the top. They're going to call a play here. Abby Mack from beyond the arc finds Kiernan again. She creating separation. Balicki driving in, puts one up. No good. Sammy Johnson loses the ball, and Kiernan picks it up, but there's a foul on the play there. It's going to be a foul.
Foul on.
Yeah, looking like a foul
Sammy
on
Johnson.
Sammy Johnson. Again, that's 2 for her now. I wasn't sure if that was going to be on Wayland or Weston, but
She'll come out right after that foul.
obviously Johnson diving for that ball. Couldn't result in anything good.
I don't mind the decision, Charlie. Going for that ball.
I don't either, and I think it was very aggressive play and a smart aggressive play, and she obviously risked the foul, and it didn't come up in her way. But Christine Costa now with the ball. She finds Abrams. Abrams back to Costa, but can't make that one fall. It goes off Mary Shine's foot, and it'll be Weston ball again.
Yeah, sometimes, Charlie, you just got to make a foul. Sometimes it has to happen for the better of the game.
Abrams now underneath to Costa, but she can't put that one in. She's still without a score. Isabella Reyes from beyond the arc, that's what she does best. Can't make that one go in. And it's going to be a travel on Emma Kiernan after she gets the offensive rebound.
It might seem as if Christine Costas had a slow start, which she has, but if she gets going, she just won't stop. And Wayland can't let her get going, and they haven't so far.
Weston right now is risking not scoring a single point in the first quarter. Finds Garofalo now with the ball with Abby McDonald on top of her. Garofalo got separation. She's going to put one up, but no good. Offensive rebound. No, Isabella Reyes comes away with it. Abby McDonald now with the ball over to Balicki. And Weston still remains scoreless. How instrumental would it be? How big would it be if Wayland could keep them from 0 points?
Oh, it'd be huge.
As Mary Shine gets fouled there.
Huge for the game, but more the mental aspect of this game. If you go into the second quarter with no points, that can't feel good, and it has to play a mental toll.
Also, that foul was on Christine Costa. Maybe it could be part of Wayland's game plan. As Shine airballs that first. It could be part of Wayland's game plan to target Costa and see if they could get her to foul out, because taking her out of this game would essentially seal it for Wayland.
Kate Balicki just subbed out in Haley Melvin.
Shine can't make the second one go, but that one was closer. But Abby McDonald finds the rebound, finds Haley Melvin, the new check-in. Isabella Reyes has a lot of room. She's going to dump it inside to Shine again. Shine going up on 2 defenders, puts it in. No foul call, but she doesn't need it. 11 zip.
Players like it was no big deal.
3 defenders on the play. Mary Shine doesn't care. She wipes them all away. Christine Costa wide open net. Still can't make that one fall. And she gets the ball back again. Costa finds Garofalo, puts it up, and Weston is on the board.
It took 45 seconds for them to get their first 2 points of the night.
And it took a sub off the bench.
With 45 seconds left.
It's Rachel Garofalo who puts the first board up for Wayland. And there's a foul, another foul. It might have been on Haley Melvin there.
So Orla Kiefer got fouled earlier in this game. She's over with ice on her ankle. Trainer Chris still taking close care of her. We'll
Her
keep you
shoe
updated.
is off. Haley Melvin will now take the shot. Haley Melvin's first does not go in. She makes the second, and Wayland is now up by 10. All right, Ladosi dribbling up. She gets fouled on her transitional play, and she'll have to do an inbound. Either.
Inbound here coming for Weston.
Ladosi down over to recently checked in Tabers. Over to Flory, back to Tabers. Excuse me, that's Christine Costa, isn't it? And inside, no hoop there. Rebounded by Haley Melvin. 6 seconds left on the play. They're going to have the last possession. MacDonald needs to put this one up. She gets it off, but not in. And that'll end the first quarter here. Wayland up 12 points to 2. Max, tell me about that first quarter. What is Wayland doing well?
Wayland's doing a great job at shutting down the players that they had to. Christine Costa, Ellie Flory. Weston only put up 2 points that quarter. Granted, Wayland only put up 12, but 2 points. That has to say something about the defense.
Absolutely. Christine Costa has been completely neutralized by Emma Kiernan, and Abby MacDonald, Kate Balicki, they're both playing very aggressive games. Sammy Johnson checked in for all of 2 minutes, and she accumulated 2 fouls. But I think that speaks to this game plan for Coach Ruxdallis' team. They're going to play aggressive, hard basketball. They don't mind diving for balls. They don't mind going down on the ground. And so far it's working for them. They're up by 10 for 1 quarter.
Yeah, I think part of the plan tonight was to be aggressive with this team. It's a fairly big team over there. They got some height, so got to be aggressive, got to play close.
So now on the floor for the start of the second quarter, we've got Balicki, MacDonald, Kiernan, Arenas, and Shine. Balicki is yet to check out. Kiernan yet to check out. Shine, Arenas, and MacDonald are all subs for 2 other seniors, as well as Orla Kiefer, who we're still awaiting details, but we hope she'll be back soon. For Weston, we've got Carolyn Costa and Christine Costa. We've got Ladosi, who's yet to check out as she drives to the hoop. Doesn't get one to fall. Rebounded by Garofalo. Garofalo can't make that one fall. It's a travel, actually, there on, that was Linksalakas. Linksalakis. MacDonald now over to Kiernan. And now Balicki. Balicki drives in. Takes more than 2 steps, but who cares? She gets that one up. Defensive rebound there by Linksalakis. And now it's Ladosi. Pick by Linksalakis. Ball over to Flory. Flory lets it go between her legs, and Kate Balicki is on the drive. Finds Shine. Shine puts one up between 2 defenders. Blocked by Linksalakis. Finds Arenas. Arenas. Balicki. Balicki to MacDonald. MacDonald with Flory on her. That's going to be an interesting matchup all night. Kiernan with the wayward pass. She's going to look to find MacDonald, and now MacDonald at the top of the key. They should reset. They've got 8 seconds on the clock. MacDonald's going to put one up. Air ball. Shot clock does not expire as Ladosi picks one up, and Kiernan gets a jump ball.
Even though it didn't result in points there, a great ball movement by Wayland. All around the key. They tried to get it inside a few times. Shots just didn't drop, but they will.
Now Balicki. Balicki to Arenas. They just need to get Arenas with an open enough look, and she'll start making the rain fall. Shine with an open basket. The lay-in no good, but she's fouled on the play, and that's the second time she'll be heading to the charity stripe tonight. It's going to be a foul there on number 5, Ellie Flory. Is she going to check out? She's still yet to check out of this game. She's a starter. She's a key player for Weston, and obviously she's been neutralized thus far. Shine's first shot cannot fall. It's a lot better than her first attempt at the line earlier tonight, but Shine's going to need to convert on these free throws, as this is the 4th one she'll take.
That line hasn't been so nice to these players tonight.
Shine connects, and now Wayland is up 13-2. Christine Costa trying to command her team and the floor. She's been unsuccessful in that regard so far. She has no answer to Emma Kieran, and she kicks it over to Ladosi. Double team for Ladosi. She turns it over. It's a travel, and Ladosi is frustrated. That's more than one turnover for her tonight. You can notice on the last possession of Weston's, Kiernan and McDonald teamed up on her. Double team, got the jump ball. And now, once again, they're double teaming Ladosi. Obviously, that's a game note for them. They're obviously looking to exploit her. She must lead the team in turnovers. Emma Kiernan with a very athletic move to try and lay it in. Rebounded there by, who was that? Yeah, Linksalakis. And now it'll be Weston ball.
Yeah, Wayland's had some close calls this year. They just barely beat 0-11 Boston Latin. 52-50. That was a real close one. Absolute nail biter.
Top of the key, wide open shot for Ladosi. Can't make that one fall. And it's kicked out. It's going to be a Weston ball still.
Also, another notable game for Wayland. They lost to Waltham 54-39 on Friday.
You mean Weston?
Apologize, Weston.
That's quite all right.
Wayland beat Waltham 58-52 in OT.
Ellie Flory cannot make that shot fall. Abby McDonald now with the ball after a Mary Shine rebound. And Balicki. Balicki almost loses it, retains it. Ladosi biting back. Kiernan wide open 3. Makes it rain!
Kiernan in deep coverage. Wow.
Deep coverage by none other than Christine Costa, but she doesn't care. She's going to make that 3 fall any day. And she gets a rebound there. She finds McDonald. Little reach in there by number 23, Carla Costa.
Yeah, Costa drove in real easy. She just couldn't convert. It'll be Costa with the inbound here.
Christine Costa, senior Christine Costa. Her freshman sister is also on this team. It might be a confusing process for this broadcast. However, we've got Kayla and Christine Costa. But that's Garofalo who puts that shot up. Rebounded by Flory, and she puts that one in. And Weston finally has more than one field goal in the net. Timeout there called by Weston. Interesting call, seeing as they just scored, but obviously that team is down by 12 points right now, and obviously the last timeout wasn't sufficient, and even the meeting after the first quarter wasn't sufficient because this team is still down by more than double digits.
If they want to have the result they want, they're going to have to turn it on at some point soon because the third quarter, the fourth quarter, that's just not enough. You can't play 1 quarter, 2 quarters, and win a game. You got to play all 4.
Weston coach Michael Brown drawing up a play. Notable storyline for you, Max. On Wednesday, Weston played against Waltham, and they did lose. The notable story is that their starters, including star Christine Costa, were all benched for the first quarter because they decided to ditch practice and go to the Patriots Super Bowl parade. Well, I'd say that's good coaching, but
great
unfortunate.
Coaching. You gotta have discipline. I'm sure it was made clear going into that you were not allowed to go to that parade, and they did it anyway, unfortunately, and they got benched for the first quarter, and they ended up losing that game 54-39.
Waltham
think that had anything to do with it?
Maybe. Kiernan now outside into Shine. Shine puts one up and in. Waltham, who Wayland recently beat in a comeback OT victory here in the Warrior Dome, are actually a pretty hard team to face. They have star Lauren Sampson, who's 6 foot tall and a Providence College basketball commit. So it was very hard. Actually, that was Emma Kiernan who managed to neutralize her in the second quarter and allow that Wayland victory and allow that Wayland OT comeback.
Yeah, Emma Kiernan does a great job at limiting the good players.
Costa in. She gets fouled on the way up, and she'll send it to the stripe.
Still
2
no
shots.
points, Charlie.
For Christine Costa,
Yeah.
no. You could enter a game with 1,000+ points on your resume, but at the end of the day, it doesn't matter if you match up against Emma Kiernan and can't shoot. Costa now at the line. She sends the second one in. Silky smooth from the charity stripe there. Emma Kiernan puts it up, gets her own rebound, puts it up again, gets fouled, and one for Emma Kiernan there.
First one of the night.
Not only is she defending against Costa, she's scoring in front of Costa. Christine Costa has absolutely no solution for Emma Kiernan right now.
None whatsoever, and Kiernan's having a great night already.
Kiernan puts the end one in. 3-point play there for Wayland. And now they're up by 15. Kate Balicki and Emma Kiernan both getting rest now. Got a fresh lineup on the floor. Abby McDonald, Lauren Hannafin, Laura Foley checking in for the first time, Izzy Van Rooyen checking in for the first time, and Haley Melvin checks in for the second time. Costa puts a shot up. She finally is converting now that Emma Kiernan is gone.
She was wide open on that shot too. Converted well.
Haley Melvin at the top of the key. Melvin over to McDonald. McDonald gets fouled. It's going to be called against Weston number 10, Becca Abrams. And Abby McDonald will get sent to the line. Weston's coach obviously wanted a charge there.
He had some words to say to the ref.
It may have been a missed call, but Abby McDonald will now be sent to the line. First time she's at the line tonight, but she's been playing a pretty aggressive game, focusing on turnovers thus far, as she always does. McDonald can't make that one fall. And now it's going to be Ladosi driving down the court on McDonald. It's going to get a travel on her. That's her fourth turnover tonight and her second travel. I'm not sure what's going on with Natalie Ladosi, but she is a starter for this Weston team, and they need her to be more careful with the ball.
I think that those mistakes have something to do with this 11-point lead.
Izzy Van Rooyen looking for a look.
Sorry, 12-point lead.
She's going to kick it over to Melvin. Melvin over to Foley. Izzy Van Rooyen gets called for the travel. She stood up like she was going to shoot and then dribbled again, or rather took another step. And now it's a Weston ball.
Well, it's either that or the shot gets blocked.
Yeah.
Take your pick.
I think she was hoping the referee wouldn't see it there.
Yeah.
Ladosi at the top. Ladosi finds Abrams. Abrams guarded by Foley. No way around Foley. She's going to get it over back to Ladosi. Ladosi looking for Garofalo. She's going to find Kayla Costa. Shot gets put up by Garofalo. Offensive rebound kicked off Lauren Hannafin's foot, and it'll stay Weston ball.
Student fan section started counting down 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 when the shot clock was only at 9. She took that shot when the fan said 1, but not when the shot clock.
It's very easy to get fooled like that. Becca Abrams puts one in. And this game is now closer to being back into the single digits of a margin. Haley Melvin finds Hannafin. Hannafin being guarded by Christine Costa. Finds Van Rooyen. Rooyen inside to Foley. Tipped away. It's going to be kick ball on Abby McDonald. Notable storyline there, in the Waltham game, Abby McDonald actually fouled out, so she's going to have to watch herself here because she obviously plays a very aggressive game, and she obviously needs to keep her fouls in line. Now Weston ball. Ladosi puts one up. No fall there. Rebound by Izzy Van Rooyen finds McDonald. And Kate Balicki is back in this game, as well as Emma Kiernan. It looked like the Wayland score line started to slip, so the starters are back in. Kiernan at the top of the key.
Some of the starters are in.
Kiernan to Laura Foley. Foley gets the double dribble called on her, and it's a Weston ball once again. Linksalakis is back in this game. She's a starter. Though I've been having trouble with her pronunciation, she's been pretty good as far as rebounds go. She's very vertically strong for this Weston team. Balicki keeps it in bounds over to McDonald. Foley inside the paint. Shot blocked by Linksalakis. She tries to put another one up. She gets fouled by Linksalakis, and now Foley will go to the line.
That was certainly a great block there. It allowed the shot not even to get up. Once again, silence.
Foley gets interrupted by the Weston fan section. A vocal interruption there, and she misses the shot. May not be related, but the Wayland student fan section certainly thinks so. Foley does not sink the other one. She's 0 for 2, and Linksalakis battles for that rebound there. And now it's Christine Costa once again with the ball. Costa over to her sister, and back to Christine Costa. Emma Kiernan snatches that ball up over to Van Rooyen. Van Rooyen finds Kiernan again. Kiernan finds Van Rooyen once again. Balicki, wide open three, cannot make that fall. And now it's Lauren Foley fights for the ball. Jump ball called. She kind of grabbed that ball, but the referee called it her jump ball before she could get away.
That would have been Balicki's third three of the night.
Mm-hmm. Weston ball here. Becca Abrams talking with her coach as she dribbles it up, avoiding the 10-second violation. Ladosi to her right. She gets fouled. It looked kind of like she drived hard against Balicki, but she draws the foul. That was actually a pretty professional play there by Abrams to draw the foul.
Nicely executed, too.
Mm-hmm. And Balicki will now have to check out. They're obviously trying to isolate Balicki because she's been pretty good both offensively and defensively tonight. It was pretty smart of Abrams there to draw that foul. Linksalakis, backcourt violation not called. Her shoe went well behind that line, but it doesn't matter. She's inside the paint now with two different defenders. Kicks it back out. Now Abrams to Kayla Costa, puts a three up and in, just like her sister. And Kayla Costa is on the board. McDonald now. McDonald to Kiernan. Beautiful shot there by Kayla Costa. Abby McDonald. Isabella Reyes puts up a three, can't make it fall, dinks off the rim. Emma Kiernan with the offensive rebound, can't make that fall.
No
she gets
clock.
another rebound. And Emma Kiernan finally converts on one.
The shot clock's off, Charlie. Let's keep an eye on that.
Absolutely. It wasn't noted before, but this game is back into a single-digit margin. It's going to be a travel called there on Linksalakis. And Wayland ball once again. They're obviously going to dribble this clock out and try and take a final shot.
Yeah, with 13.9 seconds, ball's going Wayland's way. What are they going to do here?
Probably want to keep the ball in Arenas' hands or get her so she can shoot, just like that play. She's obviously covered, so she's going to have to put up. Emma Kiernan for three. Can't make it fall. That's the half here in the Warrior Dome. Wayland is leading their Weston rivals 23-14. We'll have a halftime break of 10 minutes, and we'll be right back at you after this. Thanks for joining us so far. And welcome back to our WSBN's live coverage of Wayland girls varsity basketball. We've got the Wayland Warriors against the Weston Wildcats here on senior night. It's also coaches versus cancer night. The score is 23-14, and Wayland already has forced a turnover. And we're ready to get right back into it. Abby McDonald in the paint. She puts a shot up but can't make that one fall. Can't get the rebound either. It's going to stay a Wayland ball as it kicks off of senior Christine Costa's leg. My name, if you're just joining us, is Charlie Moore. Alongside me is Max Brand. Max, has been a great game so far as Emma Kiernan puts up a shot that can't go in. Foul called against Abby McDonald. That's her second on the game. Like I said earlier, she's got to watch it. Max, tell me about this game thus far.
Well, Wayland has played amazing defense so far. They've limited Christine Costa to a low number of points so far. Then that's what they've had to do. We knew that going in. I'm sure they knew it going in, and they've done a great job of it. The defense has been the main aspect of this game today.
Kate Balicki on the fast break. Kate Balicki with the layup makes it in.
But you know what they always say, Charlie? Defense turns into offense, and that's what we just saw there.
Definitely. That's not her first turnover she's forced thus far. Not the first turnover that has occurred, or the first steal by Kate Balicki's hands. Natalie Ladosi goes up for a shot there and gets fouled. Once again on Abby McDonald. She's really got to be careful. It looks like Lauren Hannafin's going to check right in for her. She waits for these foul shots to be over.
Like we said earlier, Abby McDonald fouled out of the Waltham game, and she could be getting close to fouling out tonight if she keeps it up.
Ladosi misses the first shot as Hannafin does check in for McDonald. Ladosi's second shot does not fall, but rebounded by Lixalakis. Christine Costa puts up a shot, but airballs it, and it's going to be Weston ball still. Natalie Ladosi with the inbound, looking for Flory. No, she finds underneath the hoop. She finds a Costa, but Costa travels with the ball, and it's now a Wayland ball. Kate Balicki now dribbling it up.
Those little mistakes turn into opportunities.
Emma Kiernan puts up a shot and puts it in. Ice cold.
Again, Charlie.
And right on top of Christine Costa once again. Ellie Flory puts up a shot. Can't make it fall. Hannafin. Isabella Reynes with the ball. Mary Shine going up the court. Stolen by Lixalakis.
Halfway through this third quarter here, 27-14 Wayland.
Shot, three-point shot by Garofalo. Can't make that one fall. Now Balicki with the ball. Balicki dribbling over. She finds Shine. Shine inside to Kiernan. Kiernan puts it in. And now it's 29-14 in Wayland's favor. Shot there by Flory. Balicki with the rebound. Balicki now. She's got Hannafin and Kiernan on either wing. She finds Arenas over to Kiernan on the left wing. Kiernan dribbles in over to Hannafin. Wide open, but no. She dribbles over back to Balicki. Balicki driving in. She's going to put one up. Can't make it fall. Rebounded by Arenas. Arenas puts it back up and puts it in.
I said it at the beginning of the game, Charlie. Wayland has to be great under the rim. They started off not so great, but it's turned into a main point of this game for Wayland. They've been great.
Now it's Ladosi. Ladosi has seen both Costa and Ladosi are honestly yet to check out. Ellie Flory has gotten a few minutes of break, but it's been Ladosi and Costa, obviously two key players for Weston, and obviously the scoreline reflects that they might need a break.
I don't think Costa's had 6 or 7 points yet. I think they've kept him under.
It's going to be a timeout by Weston. third timeout by Weston in the first 3 quarters, as Weston calls yet another timeout. If you're just joining us, my name is Charlie Moore. Alongside me is Max Brand. We've got quite a matchup for you. It's actually rather one-sided thus far, as Wayland leads the Weston Wildcats 31-14. Max, what has Wayland been doing right so far?
Well, I said it before, and I'll say it again. Defense, defense, defense. They've been playing great defense. They've kept Weston under 15 points in the whole game. That typically happens in a first quarter. This whole game, 2.5 quarters into this game, 14 points for Weston. And that is much credit to Wayland's defense here tonight.
Absolutely. The last time these two teams played, obviously, Wayland lost in a very close one to Weston, and the margin was by 1 score. And obviously, Wayland wants to win this. They have playoff implications on this, riding on this. They've got rivalry implications. It's senior night. They want to win for Kate Balicki, Lauren Hannafin, Sam Newman, and Haley Rice.
Yeah, I got a chance to talk with Weston's coach, Mike Brown, before the game, and he told me when it comes to the Weston-Wayland rivalry, throw out the scores, because it's always a great game, no matter what.
His comment would not reflect this game, though, as Wayland leads the Weston Wildcats by 15. Isabella Arenas forces a turnover as it goes out of bounds.
Still plenty of time left, but...
Absolutely.
Yeah.
There's never... there's rare instances where a 15-point lead might implicate that this game is over.
Crazy things happen in sports, Charlie.
Oh, yeah. Linoxalix over to Costa. Costa inside and stolen by Hannafin. Balicki with the ball now. Balicki finds Shine. Shine on the wing to Arenas. Arenas is yet to take a shot for 3. Actually, she took 1, could not make it fall, but they get the ball in her hands with open looks, and just like in Waltham, good things will happen.
No shooting foul there, Charlie?
They call Balicki out of bounds, actually.
I thought I saw a shooting foul on Emma Kieran over on the other side, Charlie.
Well, that shot was definitely under, and that's a rare instance that she misses a hoop that badly.
I thought I saw some contact on the arm there.
Regardless, it wasn't called, and it's now a Weston ball. Abrams dribbling it up. It looks like she's got some competition. She kicks it back out to Costa. Costa inside to Garofalo. Garofalo looking, dishes it back to Linksalicus. Picked up by Costa. Costa brings it up and in. Looked like a travel, but the superstars don't get travels called on them.
Will those be the 2 points that gets her going?
Could be, but that has to overshadow the last 2 points she scored and the 3 before that.
Absolutely.
Isabella Arenas gets on the board as she puts in an easy lay-in there.
She made that look easy.
I have to say, Becca Abrams has definitely increased her role in this game as she brings up the ball more often than not in this second half. She dishes it to Flory. Flory puts it up and in. And Weston rallies back, another 2-point lay-in. Kate Balicki brings the ball up. We've got Abby MacDonald and Laura Foley looking to check into this game at the next stoppage in play. Kiernan over to Arenas. Arenas can't get the shot to go, so to Balicki. To MacDonald. To Kiernan for the 3. She gets it in.
Once
Beautiful
again in
shot.
coverage from Kiernan.
Wonderful shot by Emma Kiernan. Absolutely spectacular. And she's shooting right over Christine Costa. Once again, that matchup has proven to be Emma Kiernan's. We've said it earlier, Emma Kiernan had to guard Providence commit Lauren Sampson, and she did pretty well against Lauren Sampson. So she's up against Christine Costa, who obviously is another talented player, and Emma Kiernan is winning that matchup once again. What do you think? At what rate do teams start thinking that Emma Kiernan is a much more formidable threat?
Well, I would have thought of that after the first half. She was clearly the best player on that court in the first half, and I can say that with confidence.
Foul there on Lauren Hannafin. She, of course, is bringing the grit to the game, it being senior night. Linksalakis at the line needs to gather herself as the Wayland student fan section absolutely berates her.
That was a wonderful rendition of Sweet Caroline.
Absolutely. We must be in the New England region.
It must be.
Lynxolakis is second. She makes that one in. Max, we got an opportunity to see the team warming up after the first half, and we can see that Orlai Kiefer actually came out of the locker room on crutches. So I would doubt that she makes it back into this game. It's not like Wayland needs her as of right now, but it's definitely unfortunate as we start to gear up for playoffs.
Yeah, she's a huge part of this team, and seeing her walk out of that locker room on crutches has to. I mean, I don't know if it kills the morale or what it does to this team. They've taken care of that. Well, she got that injury early on in the game, and it doesn't look like she's coming back tonight. We'll see. We'll have to see what happens later as the season ends.
We can only hope the best for her.
Especially if this team ends up making playoffs, we'll have to see what happens.
Right now, she's got ice on that ankle. She's looking to elevate that, and we can only hope that it's just a sprain.
Looks like a left ankle injury.
We've got Foley, McDonald, Kiernan, Balicki, and Hannafin now on the floor. Definitely a shorter top five to roll with.
Keeping an eye on Christine Costa, still in the game.
Yeah, still yet to get a break, but she's now guarding Lauren Hannafin, which might be a more of a mismatch than with Emma Kiernan. But if you isolate Emma Kiernan, and Emma Kiernan continues to score on top of Costa, you can only imagine when a worse defender gets on top of her. Kiernan with the ball specifically. Shot gets blocked. It's going to stay Wayland ball.
I don't know if you saw that. That was a backhand pass by Laura Foley. That was cool.
Yeah, that was actually very talented. You can tell they practiced that in practice just for a game situation like that. Foley herself puts one up, gets her own rebound, and puts it back up. Now it's Abrams. Abrams gets it poked out by Hannafin, recovers it, and Hannafin getting back on top of her. She's much smaller than Hannafin. Garofalo puts up an air ball, and Abrams gets the rebound. It's going to be a foul called against Weston, a Wayland ball. And Kiernan now with the inbound underneath her own hoop. Finds McDonald. McDonald dribbling down over to Foley. Foley got just her and Hannafin. Foley puts one up, can't make it go on the 360 spin. Balicki gets the rebound. Balicki looking to call a play now. She finds McDonald over to Foley. Foley puts one up again, can't make that one fall. And now it's Costa once again.
Yeah, Foley's been off and on all night. She'll have spurts of greatness, and then she'll have trouble converting, up and down.
Inconsistency will be a definite problem for this Wayland team.
Arenas will check in for Balicki. Senior captain, that is.
Abrams now with the inbound. Foul on Abrams, it looks like. Rather, foul on Lauren Foley there. She was holding Lynxolakis, and they'll try it again. And now Lynxolakis gets the ball. Stolen by Hannafin. Lynxolakis picks it back up. Blocked out. She throws it against Hannafin's body, and it's a Weston ball once again.
She was in a double coverage there, right on the baseline.
Abrams throws it just against Lynxolakis' calf, and now it'll be a Wayland ball. Just sloppy play there from the Weston Wildcats. Emma Kiernan now with the inbound. Finds Arenas. Arenas over to McDonald. They're just absolutely dominating this game right now. Hannafin puts a bucket in, and she's on the score sheet. Abrams is going to try and salvage something from the 35 seconds left in this quarter.
About 8 seconds separates the shot and game clock.
Abby McDonald with the block and the steal. Abby McDonald, no shot clock. Finds Kiernan. What are they going to do? Are they going to just shoot it, or are they going to dribble it out and wait for the last shot? Abby McDonald driving in. Kiernan Kiernan drives in, draws the foul. Once again, Emma Kiernan being aggressive, but not too aggressive, and drawing the foul in the paint.
Well, she got the foul, but I question if they should have just kept moving that ball around. There has to be a reason behind it. But I don't know. I question that decision.
Maybe they get the rebound here, Max.
Yeah. Hopefully, for them.
They've got Abby McDonald spotting up on the charity stripe line, looking to grab a rebound. She's definitely the type of aggressive player. Though she's not tall, she's definitely willing to fight for that ball.
Yeah, she'll get in there. She's feisty.
Kiernan with the next shot here. 6.9 on the clock. Kiernan puts one up and in. And now it will be Weston ball for the last possession. They heel it up to Costa. That's definitely the player you want to have the ball in the hand. She puts one up but cannot make that fall. Hannafin's going to just dribble it out. Abby McDonald throws up a wayward shot. And that'll do it for 3 different quarters here in the Wayland Warrior Dome. The score is 42-19. Max, we're rounding the last quarter. The Wayland fan section has already unleashed the warm the buses chant as we see a student get kicked out by athletic director Heath Rollins. What do we think is going to be Wayland's mentality as they're already up by so much and already looking to just close this game out?
Well, on a normal night, Charlie, you'd play your bench players. I wonder if they're going to play more of the seniors tonight. As it is senior night, I don't know. They might play their bench players. They might play their seniors. I think they have all but locked up this win.
Well, worth noting, and it is a marginal lead right now, but what's worth noting is that Sam Newman hasn't checked in since being in the starting lineup. And obviously she's not one of their starter players. However, it feels only appropriate that she starts to get some minutes here. I'd be surprised if she doesn't check in here for Wayland to start the fourth quarter.
If she doesn't start this quarter, I have to assume that she'll play a lot of it.
And there she is, marching out onto the court.
All 3 seniors.
So it'll be Kate Balicki, who has gotten very little rest during this game, but doesn't look like she needs it. Lauren Hannafin, who's been a menace in the rebounds. Emma Kiernan, of course. Mary Shine, and Sam Newman. Very tall starting 5 here for the beginning of the fourth quarter for Wayland. If Weston is still trying to win this game, they're going to have to start putting up some perimeter shots fast. Kayla Costa gets called for the travel as she was spotting up for a 3. And it's looking like it's a bad start for Weston.
Interesting little note here. There are no sophomores on this varsity basketball team, Charlie. Just an interesting thing to keep in mind.
Well, you obviously missed the JV game, Max.
Yeah.
3 for Weston. Absolutely a wayward shot. Hannafin with the rebound once again. And now it's Balicki driving it up. Finds Hannafin. Oh, we're back to Balicki. Balicki and to Kiernan. Kiernan driving in and up and not in. Linksalikis brings that one down. It's going to be Ludosi with the ball. Ludosi looks like double covered. Finds Costa. Costa puts up a beautiful rainbow shot there. If she could start shooting earlier in the game, then maybe they'd have more of a chance, as their score is
Weston
exactly half of Wayland's.
Just reached 20 points.
Flory underneath the hoop. You have to make that shot. Balicki with the rebound and Shine. And Kayla Costa with a weird fumble of the body. And now it's a foul on Kayla Costa. It's looking like Weston's getting desperate early.
Yeah, Costa's been in for quite a while. I wonder when the fatigue will start to kick in, if it does.
I mean, she is only a freshman, and she is, of course, in the shadow of her sister, senior captain Christine Costa, but still, Kayla Costa now making a second silly play. Balicki finding Hannafin. Kiernan can't take that shot. She's going to drive in and take that shot. No shot. It's going to be now Weston ball. Hannafin gets called for the double dribble.
You could see it, Charlie. She thought about taking that shot.
Oh, definitely. She was setting her feet, but it was probably smart to dribble it in and try and take a shorter range shot. Ludosi now hands it off to Abrams. Becca Abrams dribbling around, trying to find a pass. She finds Flory. Flory takes an open three. She's good at the threes, but can't make that one go. Rebounded there by Ludosi underneath. Finds Christine Costa. Costa drives in and up, and she proves exactly why she is worth all the hype. Foul called against Abrams there.
You're not in the 1,000-point club for no reason.
Oh, absolutely. She put up, that's the second awesome shot she's made here in the fourth quarter. And it's just unfortunate that these good shots are coming at the time that they are.
Yeah, and Christine's first half does not reflect how she is as a player. She's a great basketball player. She really is.
Balicki has a wide open look, but she's going to just dribble that one. Kiernan, Balicki. Balicki finds Hannafin on the arc. Hannafin over to Shine. What is Shine going to do with it? She finds Kiernan underneath. Kiernan puts it up and in.
Kiernan played the backboard there. Right off the backboard and in.
Weston is definitely going to need to, if they have any chance at this, they're going to need to stop Whalen from scoring. Kiernan kind of stranded, didn't want to double dribble. She finds Balicki and Shine. Whalen right now with a 21-point lead. They've maintained that all of fourth quarter. Hannafin with the shot. Hannafin can't make that one fall, but rebounded by Newman, but Newman was out of bounds with that shot. It's now going to be an inbound for number 5, Ellie Flory. Now Becca Adams with the ball again. Abrams, excuse me. Ludosi just kicks it out and bounces off Lauren Hannafin, and she lets that one roll out.
Yeah, smart play there to let that ball roll out. They get it right back.
Now Flory. Inbound over to Garofalo. Abrams trying to find someone to pass it to. Garofalo's going to take a wayward three. Oh, a little bit of contact there for Ludosi on Balicki, but nothing's called. Hannafin stranded, finds Balicki again. Balicki, Kiernan, Hannafin. Balicki almost loses that one. Kiernan now. Can't find Hannafin. She's just going to take it herself, puts it up, isn't in. Rebounded by Becca Adams, who is possibly the shortest player on the court, but she's still getting enough boards and is still playing aggressively enough. Garofalo wide open glass, but can't make that one go in. Kicks it out for the three for Flory, and Flory is finally making, excuse me, that wasn't Flory. That was freshman Caitlin Radigan. She's just checked in. I think Weston's throwing in the towel.
Haven't heard that name yet this game. She got herself into it quick.
Last name on the roster, but she made a three, so maybe they need a player more often. If they could have shooting like that all game, then maybe this would be a closer game. Garofalo at the top of the key finds Ludosi. Ludosi in, off the glass, finds her own rebound. Now Abrams. Is she going to try and take a step back three? No, she won't. Weaves around Kiernan. She's small like that. Ludosi puts up a shot. Rebounded by Garofalo. Can't make that one fall. Shine makes the real rebound. And now it's Whalen ball once again with just over 3 minutes left to play in this game. Max, Whalen just played so impressively today. Was it their motivation, seeing as they dropped the first one in Weston? Was it just their downright dominance in this game? I'm at a loss.
Well,
20-point margin with 3 minutes left in the fourth.
Well, this Whalen-Weston rivalry throughout this season, the two games are different but similar in ways. If you're not looking at the scoreboard, it's a close game, and it looks like a close game, but the score just doesn't show it. Whalen has the upper edge tonight. They really do.
Kate Balicki now with the inbound. Balicki finds Hannafin. Where's Hannafin going to go with it? She hands it back to Balicki. Balicki driving up to Johnson. Johnson can't make that fall, writhing around on the ground. That's the second time that Sammy Johnson's found herself down with the shoes. Is that just the type of player that she is?
I have to assume so, Charlie. She's always getting in there fighting for those balls.
Weston checking in, number 31, Maddie Howell. She's going to check in there for number 22, Rachel Garofalo. And Weston has the ball with 2.5 minutes left to play. Wayland's going to check in 3 players. It's likely the time to pull the seniors off the court so they can get one final send-off. Foul there called on, who was that? Was that Sammy Johnson once again? That's her 3rd of the game.
There's always the debate, Charlie, when it comes to senior night. If you want and you're winning big, if you want those seniors out there for the final buzzer or if you want them to have a nice final send-off, you got to find a balance between the two.
Redigan makes a very unfortunate shot. Yep, there go the seniors. One last time for Kate Balicki, Lauren Hannafin, and Sam Newman. What a game they've played collectively.
Yeah, a very bittersweet moment for those players. They'll remember this for the rest of their lives.
Redigan can't make either of those fall. Lauren Foley makes the rebound. Over to freshman Haley Melvin. Wayland's future is now on the court. Melvin with the hard press against Kayla Costa. Freshman on freshman. Finds Shine into Foley. Foley can't make that one fall. Gets her own rebound once again. Puts another shot up. Sammy Johnson takes a croquet slap at the basketball there to keep it in bounds. It looked like a boxing target, if anything.
Hey, whatever you got to do to keep that ball in bounds, Charlie.
Unfortunately, it didn't work out for her, but it still was a good effort. Ladosi with the ball. She finds Kayla Costa. Redigan drives in, gets fouled, gets 2 shots on her. Foul there called on number 3, Izzy Van Royen.
Caitlin Radigan's at the line now.
She, of course, made that very nice 3. You'll notice that the Wayland student fan section is starting to leave, starting to fill out.
Well, they've done their part here tonight.
Of course, they got in the head of the free throw shooters of Weston. They started their warm the buses chant in the 3rd quarter, which is gutsy, but it's turned out. Redigan misses that shot after a very loud Michael Lampert interruption.
You can always rely on the Wayland High School fan section to give you an interesting night.
Absolutely. Best fans in the DCL.
In every sport. That's what they say, Charlie.
Lauren Foley finds Van Royen. Van Royen kicks it to Foley again. We're creeping in on 1 minute left in this game.
The question, will Weston get to 30 points?
It's possible. I say yes.
I say no.
Van Royen stolen there by Ladosi. She's going up. She can't make the open rebound fall. And we're under a minute here in Wayland. Foley finds Van Royen. Van Royen to Melvin. And back to Foley.
Bench players getting some time out here tonight.
Melvin, they've got less than 10 on the shot clock. Melvin goes around and up and puts it in. And Haley Melvin scoring. Shot clock is dead. If I'm Weston, I'm keeping this ball and just taking one more sweet 3.
Yeah, this game is all but over, Charlie.
They're still playing aggressive under the hoop. Gets fouled. Uh-oh, Max. Your 30-point ploy is looking in danger right now.
I don't know. I still got confidence.
That's Kelsey Levine. Her first time on the court. She's playing with a knee brace. She goes to the line. 12.8 left in the game. Can't make the first fall after some very unique interruptions from the Wayland fan section. It's easy to forget that this is Wayland senior spectators' last home game, too, for Wayland girls basketball. Oh, neither of them fall. Sammy Johnson gets the rebound. 10 seconds left. And this game is finished. Shine gonna dribble it out. Finds Foley, puts it up and in. And this game is history. Final score 50 for Wayland. Weston gets 29. And Wayland absolutely stuns the Wildcats at home.
You know what that means, Charlie? One more win for this team, and they're dancing. One more win, and
Yeah.
they're in the playoffs.
If they play like they did tonight without one of their key contributors in Orlai Kiefer, I'm not worried about this Wayland girls varsity basketball team.
Oh, not at all.
We're going to stay on the air here as we're preparing for a Katerina Tomasini sideline interview. But before we get to that, let's break down how this game went. Obviously, we saw a key matchup in Christine Costa and Emma Kiernan, arguably Wayland and Weston's two best players, respectively. And both of those, well, obviously, the matchup was in favor of Emma Kiernan. She was absolutely lights out and locked down.
Well, tonight it was, Charlie. Emma Kiernan had an amazing night. Both Weston games that Wayland Weston have played this year, Emma Kiernan has a great game. First time around, Kiernan had 21 points. I don't even know how many she had tonight. Has to be around there. And she's a big contributor to this team. She has been all season, not just tonight.
Oh, I would agree. Other interesting storylines from this game. Christine Costa, supposed to be one of the best players in the DCL, supposed to be an absolute lights-out shooter and a lockdown defender. And obviously, like we just said, she was neutralized by Emma Kiernan. But I have to say I'm surprised. I would have expected, she did show flashes of greatness with some good shots, but at the end of the day, her team lost by what looked like double their score.
Yeah, Costa was up and down tonight, and I think she had more down than up. But it's not always the case, obviously, and tonight just wasn't her night.
Interestingly, tonight was Wayland's Coaches vs. Cancer game. It's always Coaches vs. Cancer when it's against Weston. Coach Cosenza prefaced this game with her pregame announcement about how Wayland and Weston are both in top 10 in the country on fundraising for this event. Of course, a very important cause. What do you have about Coaches vs. Cancer?
I think Coaches vs. Cancer is a great event. I play for the Wayland High School hockey team. We had our own event. It was called Hockey Fights Cancer. We raised a ton of money for that. Great event. Whenever you get a fundraising sponsored event like this tonight, it's always awesome. I love when the high school teams do it.
I agree. So we saw Sammy Johnson and Abby McDonald both playing very aggressively on the ground. Neither of them fouled out, but they both they both found themselves in foul trouble previously. What do you think that says about Wayland's determination and grit to win?
Well, I think that Wayland will do anything to win a sports game. Basketball, hockey, lacrosse, football, whatever sport it is. Wayland has that winning mentality. Every game they go into, they go in knowing they're going to win that game.
Absolutely. Wayland is this. I feel like this is just another installment of how good Wayland sports have been this year, and how good the class of 2019 is this year. Kate Balicki, far and away one of the better players in this performance and in this season. Of course, we saw Wayland soccer win states when they weren't necessarily supposed to. We see Wayland boys swimming looking for their third state championship in a row, and girls swimming up there with them. We see the hockey team. You guys looking at a playoff run? Pretty deep one?
We are. We're hoping for a playoff run this year. We have about 3 games left. It's going to be close.
Mm-hmm.
We're excited.
We are still waiting on our interview with courtside reporter Katerina Tomasini, and we will have that for you pretty soon. Another interesting team was, of course, Wayland boys basketball. We were expecting a closer game when they played their senior night matchup against the Weston Wildcats, and they also won by upwards of 20 points.
Yeah, I personally, this is a non-biased opinion, I had a feeling that Wayland was going to win that game big. Wayland won in, I believe it was triple overtime last time they played. Sophomore Noah Lee, buzzer beater to win it. So the first one was close. First Weston girls game was close, but high school sports, Charlie, anything can happen.
I agree. Well, I think that's going to have to do it for us here at the Wayland Student Press Network's live broadcast of boys and girls varsity basketball. We saw some great games. We saw some great performances from Jaden Burrington and Emma Kiernan alike. We're very happy to cover this matchup for you, and we thank you for joining us. I've been Charlie Moore. Alongside me has been
Max Brand.
Thanks for joining us, and good night.
Thank you.